seen a house online or visit someone's home and you think to myself, I love that and I want to create it, but hold up, I need to hire someone to do that? You don't need to. Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Natty. Let's get into this. My first element that you need to transform a space is have a clear view of what you want your space and your home to look like. A lot of people start buying home decor before they know, why am I buying? What's the reason? What's the purpose? Does this really work? We shop off emotion and not off having a plan. It can also be a setback into getting to your end goal of what you want your home to look like. When we have a plan and we know what we want, home decor trend doesn't become the forefront of what we buy. It's still there, but now we have some restraint. That's what I'm trying to say. Exercise some restraint and not be impulsive. Second element, now that we have a point of view, which was the first point, now we're gonna start shopping. A lot of us think just buying new decor is gonna fix the problem. And most of the time, that doesn't fix the problem, that adds to the problem. The truth is, if the layout of the furniture is off, if the scale is off, if the rug is too small for your living room, if your coffee table is too big for your living room, that needs to be defined, that needs to be addressed before we go to the store, right? So it's like preparing yourself. So now let's go back to the basic. We have to measure, right? We have to have measurement. Girl math only work for so long. Knowing how I want this space to feel and how I want it to work for my family and I is so important to how we shop for the pieces. It's always been my dream to have two sofas facing each other. I saw it in some image a couple years ago. It just stuck with me and I said, that's my vibe. Let me show you, right? So I have two identical sofa. I got these from Restoration Hardware. That was important for me to have them. I want them to be deep because we love to sit back and get really cozy and comfy in the space. And that's important, right? So that's how you cover the scale part of it. When it comes to balance, now how does this particular sofa fit within my living room, my measurement of my living room, right? That works as well. So before I could go to RH and check, knowing the type of furniture that RH had, I have to have my measurement to make sure I wasn't going to bring home something too big or also something too small. Size matter. So let's just be smart about how we do it. And I think if we go back to the original point of the video, is that knowing these things help to create a very beautiful and intentional and well-designed space. And I think that's what we see sometimes and we yearn for in our home and don't believe that we're able to do it, but it just takes time. It truly takes time. And of course, intentionality. I'm always gonna say that. This is where a lot of us go wrong, is that we skip over a very important step, the foundation in which we need to build on. A lot of us go for the smaller decor object first over the bigger pieces. And I get why, because the smaller pieces are more affordable and it just gives a quick dopamine fix, right? And sometimes you need that. But in reality, to get a home that stops you in your tracks, you gotta have good foundation. You gotta have good anchor. You gotta have good base. Instead of getting the small pieces, focus on the thing that will shape the room. So I think in each particular room, we know what that is. In a bedroom, it's the bed. In a family room, it's the furniture, it's the sofa, it's the chairs. Sometimes it's even the rug, the coffee table. In the kitchen, I would say it's the appliances. Most time it's not just one thing that stops you, it's the overall look of, oh my gosh, how did she style the coffee table that way? Oh my gosh, how did she make the bed that way, right? It's having a good base and then add things on it. Flow of texture and color, and it just tells a story, and that's what makes us go, I want that. I want to know her story, her secret. And honestly, it's no secret. It's just knowing what you want the space to look like, knowing how to shop to create that look that you desire. Invest in pieces and take your time. It's not about the brand. It's not about the price point. It boils down to scale. Is the functionality? Is this really, if I see this look, in Nadi's home, does it really translate to my home? Or can I take elements from Nadi's stand up here and do something different with mine? Maybe I can't have all the books because we need some storage. So maybe then I can do more baskets or more boxes, design decor boxes to hide some of the things that I want to hide. Because the way that I live is not how you live, so you cannot take my design and pop it into your home. But you can take aspects of it and the base and the rules of how I approach things and definitely make it applicable to your space as well. Okay, the fourth thing you need is layering. And I like to tell you guys, like, I don't know it all, because I go back to the beginning. My desire, my love for design and decor is something that I've truly been blessed to have. I've made my share of mistakes and I'm learning as I go. So to be someone that is not formally trained in this field and to be able to have client base and do projects commercially and residentially is a blessing. I don't take it lightly. Layering is something that I'm just honestly getting really deep into, because at first I was like, how? Why? Layering adds this visual thing. Layering is mixed in texture. It could be the same color, but just different texture. Layering gives your eyes, gives visual interest. So instead of just always putting one big pillow on the sofa, and another big pillow on the sofa, and another one, and another one, and another one, do a 22 by 22 with a lumbar pillow, and then do like a little poof with it. That's 3 different sizes, and you can do 3 different fabrics, right? Once you stay within the color palette or similar color palette, and you know what, bump that. Just before you even jump into the big leagues, just try first with different sizes and similar color, and see what happens. Tell me what you think, and take that same principle and add it to the bed. Oh, girl, it is yummy. Now, let's go back to the key factor in all these points. Even in the layering process, you still have to exercise restraint. Even in the layering process, you still have to exercise intentionality. Above all the tips, personality needs to be a part of everything. Personal story needs to be a part of everything. Your life needs to be a part of everything that you do, right? That's why you can't copy and paste. And the 5th thing you need is confidence to edit and evolve and to create the home that you truly desire. A lot of people think a beautiful home come just like that, right? Because we're so used to watching HGTV and seeing everything just like this. No one talks about the time frame. No one talks about the back and forth with the contractors. No one talks about the delays. No one talks about the increase in the budget. No one talks about just life happening. But honestly, and as I've been doing this series, we've been here in this house almost 10 years. And it's not perfect. It's just starting to come together. And even when I think it's coming together, I was like, oh girl, that's not cute. Or oh girl, what was that about? It takes time. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna get fed up. You're gonna be like, screw this, screw that. You're gonna have self-doubt. You're gonna criticize yourself. Some people may not even understand why you go that route. Like, girl, why you paint your living room that dark color? Girl, why you have wallpaper on your ceiling? Because I want it. Thank you. Personal story have a lot to do with a space looking very beautiful, very inspirational, and that you want to take that look and bring it to your home. Make sure your design, make sure your home has personal stories and personal touch. That is my 5th point. Okay, beautiful people, that's all I got for you today. If there's one thing I want you to take away from today's video, is that you do not need to hire someone to create your dream home. You don't. You need to allow yourself to define your space, know how to shop, know when to shop, have measurement, truly know design and decor before just going to buy something. Truly know how you want the space to work, the functionality. If you don't know the functionality and how you want the space to feel or anything, that's where the anxiousness come from. So I hope these are the tips I share with you guys today, help you a little bit feel a little bit calmer. They work for me. So let me know. Thank you so much for all the kind words and the support on my videos. I can't wait to see the next one. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Bye.